Hey lovely people, welcome to Internet Storytime with C. I am so glad you're here. On this channel, we dive into the juiciest internet story times, sharing relatable tales, wild experiences, and everything in between. So, grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get the story time started.
My dad purposefully got HIV because he's a self-proclaimed bug chaser and he thinks that it's hot. And no, I'm not joking because he methodically was planning to do this for years. When we were children, he started to buy books about AIDS and the AIDS epidemic. He would read them and then he would come up to our family and my other siblings and tell us about how amazing it was to be able to take care of victims of the AIDS epidemic and how wouldn't it be such a good cause? How he just feels so bad for all of those victims and how they just want someone to take care of them. This was all methodic planning so my dad could help us become desensitized for when he developed HIV. About 2 years ago, my family received a call about how my dad was extremely sick. He had rashes on his body, he couldn't sleep, night sweats, all of these horrible things. He genuinely seemed like he was going to die. He goes to the hospital a couple of days later and then we get a call. He had developed 3 STDs, one of them being HIV. Yes, I confronted him about getting it on purpose. He did not deny this, because why would he? He chose to abandon his family so he could then pursue this life of bug chasing and being with other bug chasers. Not only did he try to groom me to be his partner and his toy, but he also wanted us, his family, to take care of him when he purposefully self-destructed. And I'm not supposed to talk about this either, but I hate him, so. I actually have a theory as to why I think my dad wanted to get HIV. This doesn't excuse any of my dad's action, but this is what I've thought about. If we go back to the beginning, to when my dad was a baby, he was adopted right into a family, and the family that he was adopted into are huge secret keepers, very weird, very shush, nothing bad happens. As my dad grew older and he was isolated and bullied because of his undiagnosed autism and his just abnormal behavior, a boy started to SA my dad when my dad was a kid, and it went on for years, and my dad wasn't able to tell anyone because his family was so I genuinely think how much isolation and how many events were happening that he wasn't allowed to talk about. I think that it turned so dark and twisted inside that he just became so insanely self-destructive so he would finally be seen as the victim he always was. He so desperately wanted to be understood and seen as broken and hurt. A big thing in our childhood was he would always tell me specifically that I understood him. I'm the only one that gets him. I am the only person that's ever understood him in this way. And I was like 7 and 8, you know. Of course I didn't understand him. But he is just so desperate to be seen as a victim, as someone who is broken. And he is, but he's also a perpetrator and an abuser and a manipulator. I think that every time you experience something horrible and negative, you can either go down that way or take the other path. My dad became so desperate that he took that path, I guess.
Sorry, wrong number. Wrong number.
Hey, if you've been following along for the story of my dad, I have unfortunate news. My family is very mad at me, and they told me I have to take these videos down because of the unforeseen consequences that I don't know about yet. It really sucks because this was awesome. Genuinely, thank you to everyone who followed and, listened. I did not know I could be seen like this. I did not know that people cared. Everyone who reached out with your stories, please keep sharing them. I read them all, and it means so much to me. I don't plan to, stop, essentially. I hope when I move out and I can live my life, I will have less consequences to my, actions. I did start a GoFundMe. I'm debating if I should still, put it up in a link, because I still obviously want to get out of this house. I have a Venmo attached to my link tree. If anyone is interested, all of that money is going towards savings so I can move out. Again, I deeply apologize that I have to take all of this stuff down because I was really loving being able to finally talk about it. You guys are so kind and so amazing and so sweet. Seriously, you do not know what the last 2 days of my life have been like inside. It has been fundamental. Thank you all. If you still want to follow me, I'll try to post funny stuff and maybe family story times that aren't tied to our horrible trauma.
And that's all, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button for more juicy stories.